Calling yourself an artist before anyone else has, it is the most cringiest thing ever. I used to fully be cringed out by this idea that I have to call myself an artist. Like, no, I don't think it, I didn't think it was a self proclaimed thing. I didn't think you could like take that title and just like crown it for yourself. Like, someone else had to say that, someone else had to say that you are an artist, and then you are. I felt it was so cringe to like say it, but honestly, before I started my YouTube channel, I used to think this exact same way. I used to think, oh my god, I'm not an artist, and how cringy that um, people talk about the fact that you can like call yourself an artist and that is just who you are. Like, it used to cringe me out. And now I started a YouTube channel and I mainly talk to artists and creatives on it, and I call myself an artist all the time now. Like, I'm one of you. I'm an artist. I'm a creative. And it was such a difficult transition. And I'm going to talk you through it. I'm going to tell you the first basic thing, which is that it is an inside job. Like, if you create, if you create anything, if you create point blank period, you are an artist. It is as simple as that. Artist isn't this grand title that other people crown you with. It isn't someone who takes their art seriously, quote unquote. It is just someone who creates. It is this deep knowing that I create stuff and I am an artist because of it, you know? So, the first thing is that it starts from the inside. You need to realize that you are an artist. If you create anything, if you create videos, if you draw, if you paint, if you dabble in any art form, you are an artist. You know, I used to think that just because I'm a writer, I'm not an artist. Just because I don't do it full time, I'm not an artist. Just because I don't have a big reader base, I'm not an artist. Just because my art isn't that public, I'm not an artist. Just because I paint in private, I'm not an artist. There are a lot of things that we use as excuses almost to not be called an artist, because it is a dangerous identity, right? Because artist has this thing of like starving artist attached to it, archetype, or you have to like really struggle to be an artist. And that is a different tangent altogether, but I'm just talking about how cringe it is to like call yourself an artist before the world does, and to like really like lean into it. Okay, like, so important to lean into it. And as soon as I understood that it's just an internal game, I called myself an artist in my head. Out loud, no, because god forbid someone assumes that I'm arrogant, or like, who is she to call herself an artist? She's not really an artist. I was so scared. Like, I really thought if people thought that I was being arrogant, I would die. Like, a social death, but it would still be a death. It felt in my body like, oh god, I really cannot. I can't be seen or heard saying that I'm an artist to other people. Like, so cringe. So cringe. And a little quick story time actually. So I have a friend who's an artist, and he's an artist in the most traditional sense of the word. Like, he went to art school, he has a degree. His paintings were exhibited in museums and art shows and all of those things. I remember once in a group setting, someone said that, oh yeah, we do have an artist in our group, and pointed at him. And he's like, he's just the only artist in our group, you're the only creative person in our group. I could feel my heart breaking, because at this point in my life, I have publicly shared my writings. I have, you know, I, I really thought like writer is a part of my identity. And at that point, I had started calling myself an artist in my head, right? But out loud, no. So again those doubts of maybe I'm not an artist started to creep up, because these are my friends. They know that. They know I write. And yet they don't see me as an artist. Like, it felt so bad. Like, my heart broke. It was a spiral for like a day or two until I had to, like, solidify and ground myself again into the knowing that it is an inside job. If you call yourself an artist, that's enough. And it is a tough thing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still dealing with how do I go up to three people in my life and tell them I'm an artist. Like, to claim that space, to take up that space, it's really difficult. Like, it's difficult for me. But this is how I'm dealing with it. Okay, two things. One, now whenever I meet new people, just because they don't know me, I practice saying I'm an artist to them. So if they ask me, what do you do? Who are you? What do you know, I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'm an artist. And I practice saying that over and over and over again, because it needs to solidify in my mind properly. Like, I need to, like, really, really believe and identify with that artist within me and be okay with saying it out loud to people. And it is way easier to say I'm an artist to people who don't know you, who have no preconceived notion of you. And it is that much more harder to, like, say to people in your life, your friends, old family, who've, like, known you for years, that you're suddenly an artist, and they'll be like, huh? And I fully want to come to a point where I can say proudly with my whole entire chest that I'm an artist to my friends who known me for years. But I'm not at that point yet, you know. But at least the cringe that I used to feel when I thought about the word artist and I used to associate it with me has gone down. The cringe has gone down, and that's all I can tell you right now. That the more that we solidify that identity in our own head first, the easier it becomes to tell other people that, because it's so much easier to confidently stand up for who you are when you truly believe that. For example, if someone comes up to me and tells me that, oh, you have blue skin color, I would just be like, no, I don't. This is my skin color. And it'll be like as natural as breathing, because I know my skin color and it is not blue. I am not blue colored. um, I'm not an avatar. And the same way, it would be way easier for us to say, yeah, I'm an artist in settings where people know us, in new settings, in whatever setting possible, once we've completely identified with that. And that's why it's so important for us to, like, believe wholeheartedly. So, yeah. um I hope you practice saying it out loud in your head first, and then start saying it to, like, the random people that you meet. Who cares? Just solidify that identity in your head. It is not as cringe. You can take up space. If you create anything, you are an artist. Point blank, period. No matter what anyone else says. Being an artist is a feeling. That's all. I'm going to leave you with that. Bye.